Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin Ethereum report for the 3rd of June. With Ethereum here, we're looking for a move to the upside here into the box here as wave C. So let's go in and take a closer look. But in a nutshell, we're tracking 5 waves down here for wave A, an A and a B and a C here for wave B, and then down for wave C to finish this off here. Let's go in and have a closer look. I think I might just go straight to, I'll work through it, 4-hour chart. So with the 4-hour chart, we're looking at it like this here. I think one of the good things here is that wave C should have some sort of equality to wave A, so it's still rather quite small. What we might need to do now is just rearrange this a little bit. It might be possible to put wave 1 here and wave 2 over here. The good news about this though is that we have, as you can see, we have 5 waves up here. So I was thinking that there was one more little top to come in play here, but we'll look at that in a moment. But the 50-60% retracement level would be basically back down here somewhere, and then wave 3 to the upside here. With Bitcoin, we can't label it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here because this wave 4 here has overlapped wave 1 here, so we'll need to count Bitcoin slightly differently, but that's okay if they've got 2 different counts. Yeah, but otherwise things are going according to plan here, so we'll just allow that to be. So let's just go to this particular pattern here. Now, we were considering a triangle pattern here. It's still possible, I guess, but because we had wave an A and a B and a C here, and we took out the top here, then it gives us 5 waves here. So I suppose we could call it an A and a B and a C wave here. It's a little bit small for that. But yeah, holding the top trend line in here obviously carries some weight because we can see the market turning down from these old highs here for this. And the 2-8 here, the number 8, the 800 in this case, we call 8 a profit-taking number. Now, it got, when it came to this point, it got pulled down a long way, and then this way was less, so this way will be less again as well here. So this could just match up quite nicely with our little retracement level coming in for this as well here. Let's just... yeah, I just thought we'll get one more little wave up there, but we'll just check on that a bit later. But if that's going to roll over from here, then we can look at this here as the 50-60% retracement level in that space. So I don't know if this is the case just yet, putting wave 1 here and wave 2 here. Because when I was counting here, I thought there would just be one more little move to the upside. So we'll just have to be careful about that. So I'll just put that in here and then down. And this would be in 3 waves here as well. But because we've got 5 here, then after a correction, we should get another 5. So that's where we're heading on that one. Let's just check on the tick chart. So yeah, I was looking because let's just rearrange this somewhat. We had it as wave 1 and 2 and then 1 and 2 because that's what Ethereum was doing at the time, Bitcoin was doing at the time as well. But we'll just change this around a little bit. This will be roughly the 61.8% there somewhere. And that means we could put this here. Just borrow these for a moment. I may have to put these back to being green, but and this is also, I can see that's pulled back down close to the 38.2% rather than the 61.8% see, we've got 38, it's between 50 and 38, so it's a case for having it as wave 4. Yesterday we looked at it as wave 2. We don't need that. But we did well here yesterday because we were down in this space here, weren't we? We called the low in on this point here. It may be this one, but I was thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then the ABC pattern from that point. But then that just leaves us here. I can see we look at this as 1 and 2. This will be the third wave here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still one wave short here. Unless we've got a triangle pattern here, that could be a possibility. That works. I'll just put this in just so I'm aware of it. If I don't get a wave up, then that's what the case is going to be. Then that wave 4 would have to be over here for that, leaving us 5 waves, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and that works out nicely at that point. But this is the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, so it can certainly pull to here and then go back up from that point. So we'll be aware of that. Not that it's a big deal in the scheme of things, so let's just see, this can just come to this point here, down to this wave 4 here. That would be 38.2% above and 50% below here. So it could go to there and then come down. But otherwise we'll be coming down. Here is an A and a B and a C wave. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at Bitcoin and see where Bitcoin stands for this. But the good news is that we do have 5 waves up here. But let's just check on Bitcoin first as well. This is just the weekly chart for Bitcoin. I mean, the moves up off the low here, I must say that they're on lower volume, which is not, still plenty of volume, but each bar, each week, and this week's not finished yet, of course, got 2 more days. But if we're going to see an uptrend here, then, you know, for a trend to be a trend, it needs increasing volume in that direction. So this trend is down here, and we're getting increasing volume to that. If this was continuing down through here and we're getting lower volume, then the sellers would be drying up. But this move up through here is on lower volume. So it's telling me that it's corrective. This is the weekly stochastics, which is sort of coming down to a nice low trigger point here. So that can be helpful as well. I mean, the good thing about this particular market is that it just has 3 waves down here. So it already has these 3 waves there. So it's possible to call it wave 4 here. But the wave C is rather sharp. I would have liked to have seen that much lazier. You know, there's a good case for let's just, where are we here? There's a good case for this as well here, based on the volume. So looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and then coming down for wave 5. So that's a real possibility as well, you know, based on what I can see with the volume, which we really don't want this to happen, because if this happens, that means that we're going to have a rally back in 3, check and supply at 50 maybe, and then we're going to have another 5 waves down. I've talked about this before, and you know, it does raise sort of eyebrows, and you know, we don't want that, Pete. You know, of course nobody wants that, but if that is the case, if you know, this turns out to be some smaller correction here, then we're going to have a deeper correction over here. If we get 5 waves down at this point, we're going to have a deeper correction over here. If it's just 3 waves here, then we can call it an A and a B and a C wave. It could still be the A wave here, but then what we need to see is we need it, if it's going to be in 3 waves, then it'll be a triangle pattern or a flat pattern or something like that. But then it would come higher up here. Whoops, daisy, don't want that. And if it comes higher back up here, then it won't come all the way back down here at that point. It could come back down and test the lows and maybe pierce through them a little bit, but it will stay pretty much, you know, above the 25,000 mark at that point. But having this coming down here, if that occurs, that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down here. And this could still pan out to be some type of corrective move in all of this as well. So yeah, I'm just looking at the bear side here, just making you aware that you know, if that occurs, and you know, basically if any of these lows here, these 2 lows here, if they get taken out, then that will be the case. So we need it, we really want it to, it's okay for it to be a rally and come up to this point and then have another 5 down and move up from that point. But having 5 waves down to this point here, then that will give us 3 waves back and then another deeper 5 waves down. And looking at the volume so far, there's a good case for that, because we're not seeing increased volume coming in. You know, we're only seeing the people that normally buy on the dips come in. We're not seeing any commercial volume come into this as far as I can see anyway. Right, but anyway, that said, let's move on to some better news. So to the 4-hour chart, this is what we've been looking at here with our ABC down here, which can be the A wave, and then looking for an A and a B and a C here for the B wave here. That would still give us 5 waves down after that, but they should stay pretty low at that point. It'll be something like that. But if this turns out to be a wave 4 here, then that's a different story. But anyway, we'll stay with our current story, and this will be in line with Ethereum. So here, it has moved up off the low that we've pinned here, but it's not 5 waves up here, because this would be 1 and 2, and then if this was 3 and 4 here, then it's overlap wave 1 here. So yeah, Ethereum clears the way for it to be more positive in a 5-wave move there, but in this case it doesn't. So we could look at it as wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and then building to the upside. But we don't want to see these lows come out of play here at this point. Let's just move into the hourly chart. So I've left the triangle pattern still here because of the trend line, basically. So it's still captured within that trend line. It's still possible to call this an ABC for the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave up here. So it's still possible to do that, but taking out that top there really destroyed that 3-wave structure there, and that's what we were looking at yesterday. And then we could also count this down as being corrective as well here. So yeah, not all's lost, but we just need to see this market continue to build. So onto the tick chart. So this is the way we've been counting it. Yesterday we're in here, we looked at, let's open this up. It's a bit hopeful. It's hopeful putting wave 1 here and ABC for wave 2 here. Our wave 3, we can't call this wave 3 because wave 4 here overlaps the top of wave 1. We can do that with Ethereum, but we can't do it with this Ethereum here. Ethereum's got a nice clean cut above, you know, wave 1 here, so it's possible to do that with Ethereum here. We could still count Ethereum differently here as well. We could count it the same as Bitcoin. We could also have wave 1 here and, you know, wave 2 here in green, and also calling this wave 1 here as well. So we can just copy that and put wave 1 there and have wave 2 to come back. We can still build it like that. But yeah, just pointing that out. And coming back to Bitcoin here. So yesterday we were talking about this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here, and then the B wave and then the C wave for the low. And then we'll talk about going long on getting support on the 36,500. That was the key because it's part of group 2, and we're certainly in group 2 now. So everything went well here. Everything went according to plan. We spent a fair bit of detail in here talking about this yesterday, so I don't need to go over that. But yeah, the takeaway here is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. I don't know if that's correct. We just need to see how that sort of plays out. This concerns me a little bit over here. Let's just pull this apart a little bit. Do I have any labeling here? Nope. So, I kind of need this to push up from here, basically, you know. This is not quite right, but I'll need the labelings anyway, so I'll just put them here. Too small for wave 3, but I've got this extra wave in here. That's what I was kind of concerned about. Not concerned, but so I've got this wave 1 and 2 in here for this. And then I've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for that. And then this is all of 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, 4. So that's all okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 waves between here and here. That's not the problem. That's good, but I've got this extra wave here, so I may have to, well, the right thing to do would be to put that here, and then the right thing to do would be put that up there further. That would be wave 3 there, that would be wave 4 there, and then I'll need to label this wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up here for that. That would be, technically that would be correct, and then wave 4 coming here, and then wave 5, wave 3 there, like that, wave 4 here, wave 5 there, but will that be, oh yeah, that'll be long enough. I was just wondering the length, you know, we want this wave 3 here to be longer than this wave 1 here, which is going to be the case here, so that's okay at that point. So we're still gathering evidence. Oh, I already had the labels here. Yeah, let's just continue to cruise along. There's another move that can be looked at here, but that would bring us back down to here, down to the 61.8%. But that means that if you wanted to, you could bring your stop up under this trade here for that. That should be okay at that point. At least it covers that one. We've still got exposure on these. I think you may even have a trade down here, or did we get stopped out or something? I can't remember. Because I'm not trading this, my attention's not fully on it, you know, as a trader. I'm just hodling, but I'll do my best to consider everything. Okay, well, let's just see if this continues to build, this 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and going up into wave 3 here. I feel okay about it. The volume that we're seeing coming into here is low, which is it's kind of okay. We do need increasing volume, but the low volume means that well, hopefully they're that hopefully there's no sellers, so I think that that's the case. If there's going to be sellers, they're going to be up around this larger number here, around the 40. So as always, we want to see the 40 become the support, and we'll be looking for a classic trading levels pattern at that 40. Okay, well, let's just see how this plays out. We've just been going step by step from the lows, and it's really all we can do. And at the end of the day, I can say that, when we had the move up through here, that was positive. We were looking for the move back into our box. Then we had this move here. We'll move back into our box, this move up, back into our box here. So we've just been working it and working it and working it to the upside. So we're doing all the right things at the right time, but how far will it go? Not quite sure. But in the bigger picture here, let's just go back to our 4-hour chart here for a moment. So it looks a bit lazy and so on and so on, moving up here. I can see that, but it's holding its own at this stage. So we'll just remain positive, It would remain positive. Not just above that one, but above the next one up, it'd need to remain positive there as well. We don't want overlapping wave structures with this, so we don't want the market coming below this low here for that. That's just not a good look at that point. Okay. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, these are just my little positions in here, but, I've been doing that since God knows when. From above the 10,000 all through here. I don't know how much I've got in there now, maybe 130,000 Australian dollars or something. But yeah, I'll just keep. I've got a 10-year view, so I'm not really concerned about much at all. It's the new world. The blockchain is the new world, and it's coming, and nothing's going to stop it. There's going to be fights and all sorts of things going on, but it's all just noise, because it's perfect. And the code is perfect, and there's nothing going to stop that. And it's just the new world. It's just technology, and I'd rather bet on it than bet against it. Put it that way. But a couple $100,000, $250,000 into Bitcoin as a 10-year plan. I'm happy to lose that. For the return on it, it should be quite exceptional. I mean, when you look at the blockchain and you start studying what some of the technologies that are, the decentralization of it all, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It just brings in transparency, which is honesty. I mean, you can imagine a world being honest, Oh, that would be fantastic. Alrighty. Cheers.